Guys, there's a few observations that I'm having in the market right now. The first thing is that we are actually at a critical point right now. But also, can we look at the recent crash we saw and try to see if we've seen similar things in the past and what has happened after that has actually happened? Today, guys, I'm going to go over everything in this video. I am going to go over my trades. I'm going to go over why we are about to see a massive shift in the entire financial system and much more. So make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end of this video. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it. And what you can see for Bitcoin right now is that we are at a very key point. So what we're seeing is that when we saw the massive crash, you can see that we had a wick down towards $107,000. However, we did see a nice bounce for Bitcoin, and ultimately we did close above the orange line at $110,000. Now, we are retesting the same candle where we closed during this massive drop. And this is actually a key point for the bulls to hold. Because if we don't hold this, guys, the next level it's at $106,000, which is not too bad, $106,400. However, if we then lose that level, then the next level is down at 100K. So the bears are going to try to push us down here. However, let's see, because I still think that we are in a bull market, and any kind of dip opportunity is just a good opportunity to buy more. However, one key thing I also want to mention is that if you look at the altcoins are actually not revisiting the lows from the massive crash. You can see for Ethereum, we're still above $4,000. And during the crash, we went to 3,500. So Bitcoin is actually retesting its low, at least on a candle closing basis, while altcoins are not doing that, which is pretty interesting that they are showing more strength right now than Bitcoin itself. So you can see for Solana, we did close at around 177. Right now, we are at 192. So that's all good. And if you look at traditional markets, the massive trend line here of the support level is still holding up strong. You can see we tested it a few times here, and every single time it went down, we are actually seeing a nice bounce. So if anything, this is also a good opportunity. And if you look at gold is making new all-time highs every day. And this just reaffirms my belief that we are about to see a massive shift in the financial markets. And if we are prepared for this, we are able to make generational wealth here. So this is the thing. We have talked about this since, well, even before we saw a breakout of this wedge here. And since then, how much are we up? We're actually up 25%, which is absolutely insane for gold. So I think that this is likely to continue, but at some point, this is going to stagnate. And then some of the money is going to flow into Bitcoin as well. So that's the debasement trade, which, by the way, the US are going to, or they are trying to downplay it. So you can see that Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that, yeah, this is just simply I don't know what his reason for this is, but he says there's more buyers than sellers, which is like a no-brainer. That's the reason why we're going up. But yeah, the dollar strength right now shows us that something is wrong in the financial system. And if we're prepared for it, we are able to take full advantage of it. So they're trying to downplay this, but it's very, very clear that people are abandoning the dollar to get into safe assets like gold and the meteoric rise of Bitcoin as well. So that's key. And you can look at these queues, guys, to actually buy physical gold. Now, what's the reason for these queues? Why not just buy ETFs and buy these other gold products? Because they can be confiscated. But if you buy physical gold, then you have the physical gold. That's much safer in a way, because then you have possession of it yourself. And yeah, like I said, it's just going to be a matter of time until people realize that Bitcoin actually is the superior store of value, and it actually fits more attributes and is better than gold. So that's what I'm looking out for right now in the macro scheme. And also, I was looking at the drop we saw on Saturday, and I was comparing it a little bit to the COVID crash. So you can see that the COVID crash, I want to show you this chart right here. So this is the COVID crash. And what you could see is a similar kind of setup here. When we had a downtrend, we were making lower highs, and then you had a bit of a fake out towards the upside. And then came the massive crash. Now, of course, during the COVID crash, we went down by 62% for Bitcoin. And that's not as much as we didn't go down that much this time around. But still, you can see a similar pattern, how we have lower highs, we have a bit of a fake out, And then we saw the big drop. Of course, it would not be possible for Bitcoin to go down by 63% right now due to the massive demand from the ETFs and everything else. It's just a completely different thing right now compared to 5 years ago, 4 years ago. But look at what happened after the COVID drop. So you can see that we saw a massive run towards the upside. And you already know about this, but the thing is, it looks very similar here with the lower highs, the fake out, the big drop, and then can we channel towards the upside? Also look at the RSI. The RSI is in a similar spot right now and looks pretty similar as to what we saw during the COVID crash. So I'm keeping my eyes closely on that, but I still believe we're in a bull market, guys. My trading strategies are still making gains every single day. So 1.4 million right now after all of the losses. So yeah, I'm still keeping these ones open. And for every day that goes by, with the volatility, these are just going to continue to outperform the market. So really, that's what I got for you guys. I wanted to show you the fractal here. I wanted to talk about the downplaying from the US government of the gold trade and the coming debasement trade that is going to lead into Bitcoin going into much higher prices. Also, keep in mind that there's going to be a lot of headlines this week in regards to tariffs, in regards to everything that's going on with this. So there's going to be a lot of statements. So just be prepared for volatility. But apart from that, I think that everything is very well set up. And also, guys, I am working with Pionex on potentially giving some airdrops to people that have been liquidated on Saturday. So keep your eyes on the lookout for that. I am probably not going to make a video tomorrow or the day after unless something crazy happens. But once I'm back on Sunday or Saturday evening maybe, I might have something for everyone that were suffering during Saturday. I'm not going to make any promises, but I am hoping for Pionex to potentially offer some kind of extra bonus to everyone that were trading. So keep your eyes on that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.